Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. My name is Hani from Activate Clinic, and today I'm going to share with you some of my tips and strategies for getting yourself and your family more active in 2023. Um, I've been trying to, help inspire my family and myself to kick the year off on the active note, and I'm hoping that some of our strategies will work for you as well and help you kick the year off on the right notes. So happy New Year. Hope you enjoy some of my ideas and hope to see you soon. So firstly, one of my motivating factors is to get my dog out and about for a walk. Hey, Milo. So this is my dog Milo. So he's a pretty good boy. He just likes to sit on the floor next to me. And Milo is a big motivator for me because Milo is a very crazy dog, very energetic dog. And I like to, take him to the park, and that's something that's not normally that I do. But this year I thought I'd like to try find some hikes to do that are dog friendly. So my strategy for that was to, I found a Facebook page that people are sharing their best, hiking or pet friendly, dog friendly, walks or adventures that they can do. So what I'll do is I'll show you some of that right now. So basically, what we do is we look at this Facebook page and we filter the location that we want to explore, or just somewhere that's close to us. And then people have posted different options there. So then I'll usually open Google Maps, try to find the same place to understand where it is in the world, and then take some look through the reviews to just see what I should expect, what I need to be wary of and understand. So one example of that recently was this place called Simo's Beach, which has come up a few times on these recommended lists, and it's pretty close to me. I actually fumbled on it because I was picking up a couch, and it just happened to see a sign that said Simo's Beach. So that's what jogged my memory. Like, hey, I've seen this before. It must be around the corner. So I went to check out the entrance for it. And then the next day I went with Milo, just me and him. And, I had a pretty good idea of what to expect, but I went on a big hike. It was a little bit tough because some of the routes were a bit unclear. But it was pretty fun. And, Milo had a swim in the river there, which he loves to do. So he was like about to pull me in myself. And then now that we've discovered that place with Milo, I'm going to take my kids there actually today, and we're going to go. It's a very hot day today, so we're going to go for a dip and then just check it out. Maybe go for a little walk through the bush as well. So that's just how something for me evolves from someone else has experienced this idea. I've learned from them. I've investigated. I've explored. I've done my research. Then I've gone out to kind of scout the area myself. Then I've taken my family there to make it into a kind of a destination spot. And, when we're there, we're going to be walking, hiking, bushwalking, and swimming. And it's just an easy place to go. It's about 15 minutes from my house. So it's just quite easy and convenient. So that's my first tip, is looking at groups online to give you some inspiration about places you should go, even just Google Maps, and then making a bit of a hit list of where you think would be fun. And then, whenever you've got a free time, or planning a day around going to check it out. And that's one little free tip, way to get free exercise and keep your family active. That's one of my tips. So another tip I have is to turn everyday activities into active activities. So my best example of that recently was that, again, I took my kids, the boys, just me and the boys, we went camping, and I was in the bush, kind of in the national park, so there wasn't much to do. There wasn't as many, pool or games and stuff like that. And there weren't really any other kids around either, so it was kind of just us and us. So, the boys were getting a little bit bored. They were like, oh, do I have to go for another walk? We're going to go to the bathroom, that's quite far away. So what I did is I just took a soccer ball, and we just, passed the ball around as we went to the toilet. So we have to go there anyway. It's a bit of a walk to get to the toilet block. So, instead of hearing their complaints and trying to drag them along, we just got a soccer ball, and we just started kicking the ball around on our way there. So the boys loved that. The funnest thing that they liked was my my commentary, so I'll just commentate, Xander on the right wing, passes across the field to Frankie, who takes control and passes back to Danny, who scores the magnificent goal. Stuff like that, So they love the novelty of that, just kicking the ball around with all these obstacles. So that was just such an easy little way of just turning something that we do anyway into an activity. So some other versions of that could be, you have to go to the shops if they're walking distance, take the bikes, go for a walk, take the dog even, and walk there to get the groceries that you need rather than driving all the time, or if you want to go get, go for a walk along the beach, or, have some swimming instead of just showing up at the beach and just walking straight in, park somewhere where you walk down a little bit to get to the water, or even if you go to a park, taking the scooters, taking the bikes, just so that it's not just go to the playground and stay there, which is very active, but also we can do a little bit of a trail around or a walk around. So another tip I have is to gamify your exercise routine. I'm a very competitive person, and being around the clinic, I've met a lot of other people who are also very competitive, like me, and we try to tap into that to kind of motivate ourselves during exercise. So I've got a few examples, and one is kind of using this app that I've used before called Strava. And what Strava does is it kind of it logs your walk or your bike ride or your run. But the thing that I really like about Strava is that it's got these little it makes like sections out of different parts of the trip that you go out on, and it tells you kind of how you went compared to the last time that you did that route, or how you rank compared to everyone else. So I would really love that when I would really use that and love that when I was riding my bike to work, which hasn't happened for a while, but needs to start again. And all these different sections along the way. So each time I would cycle between home and work, I would kind of pick a section to try to compete on, and I would basically go as fast as I can in that section to try to set a PB, or become one of the top ranked people in that section. So it happened a few times. But really what I found very interesting was that if I was doing the same route to commute to work, and it shows me over time how I was improving. So I could see something on like up the hill, which was at the start was my hardest part, because that was I was lacking fitness. And as you do that more often, you slowly chip away at that time. So I find that motivational for me. So you can use something like that to try to inspire yourself. But even if you're doing just a lap around the block, again, using Strava to just see what other people are doing in that section to compete with them, but also just for yourself, just to try to push it a little bit faster. Maybe jog some section of it to try to complete the route in a little bit less time. That can be a way to increase the intensity. So that's called Strava. Another one I use, it's not exactly gamifying, but an app idea is called All Trails, which again, it finds bushwalks and trails you can do by locations around me, or you can find a place that you're going. So again, if I go camping, I'll put in the destination I'm going camping, and it will show me all the bushwalks and trails around. There's a lot of reviews and warnings. Even like if I'll go and find something with a dog, I can filter with add the dog pet friendly on there. So using apps and technology as well. I mentioned before Facebook, just for people recommending different trails or different walks or whatever, kayaking ventures or dog-friendly activities, kid-friendly playgrounds. So using technology to our advantage. Even Google Maps, I think, is another big one that has a lot of resources there to find and to save things that you find so that you can come to them later. So I think using technology to gamify or to inspire, to plan, can help us get a bit more exercise out of our life as well. So another simple one is to find a park that has exercise equipment. So there's a bunch around now you can easily find. I'm sure you already know the ones around you that have that park equipment in there. And there's one next to our house in Chipping Northern that's on the river, on George's River. So while you're working out, you get a beautiful view, like 5-star view. So there can be some real beautiful spots as well to do these exercise sessions. But basically, again, it's you can go for a walk or take the kids to the playground and then just get a bit of a quick workout in. They're usually not very intense, but some of them are using your body weight, and again, just getting a bit of a sweat on. A little bit of heart rate increase will help get the year started right. One thing I really like as well is like my kids kind of enjoy playing around with that equipment as well. So there's some things that the kids can do. So my kids quite like doing the pull down, but they, I can sit down and pull, but they're a bit smaller, so they stand up and they pull. But basically, it still works pretty similarly to them, to me. So it's just fun. Everyone can have a bit of fun on there, and for adults especially, getting a bit of a heart rate kind of boost and a bit of a sweat on can help us, make better decisions the rest of the day, feel a bit more active, feel a bit less lethargic, and kind of get out into nature as well, get some vitamin D. So that's another easy one, just to find your local park equipment and just get familiar with the equipment, just get a bit of a sweat on, and just turn it into a bit of an exercise session. Lastly, I've got to, give you an idea as well, which is using us. So that's something that I've started to do this year as well, which is, my kids are currently on school holidays, and one's finished preschool, so he's kind of in no man's land until he starts kindergarten. So they're at home, kind of in our faces. Between Steph and I, we have to kind of watch them, and the grandparents for sure as well. So one thing is that, if we're working from home, you can get, in a pattern of watching a movie, the kids watch a movie and just kind of stay out of my way. And it becomes a little bit, stuck in that sedentary routine. So one thing that we use to try and break that is coming to the clinic and doing a workout there. So there was one day where Steph was working from home. She finished at 4:30. We had a bit of a break at the clinic. So I suggested to her, why don't you bring the boys and come? So we did kind of a 3-person workout, family style. And, although it doesn't work for every single family, and, every situation is a little bit different, it was just a way for us to show that, we can do a session as a family in the clinic. So that's something that could work for you as well. But again, as you know, if you struggle with motivation, if you struggle to do what I'm doing, which is going for the hikes and the bushwalks, and getting yourself into that routine, which I feel, Milo pushes me to keep that part occupied, and the kids. If you are struggling for that, then going to a clinic like ours, even going to the gym, just going somewhere that's a bit more structured, a bit more formal, getting back into it as soon as you can, before you kind of get too idle and you get too lazy, you get too overweight, and feel a bit lethargic and feel a bit meh. Getting back into it as quick as you can, and if you need the motivation, then finding a resource like Activate Clinic that is ready for that, ready to motivate you, ready to do the program for you, and you just get to go there and just do the hard work. But again, I think knowing that we can help the young kids, and this year I think we're going to try to make some options for families like myself, like what we're going to show you here, to have some fun and to get exercise in. And again, like for the kids, it's not as urgent as for the adults, but during a time like this, where there's this downtime where we can be lazy, we can be sedentary, getting moving, getting back into it quickly would be, the sooner the better, really, in terms of getting everything moving. All right, thanks a lot for watching this short video. I hope it gave you some ideas and some inspiration to kickstart your 2023 year plan with some activity, and just knowing that it doesn't need to be costly. It can be free. It can be in the beautiful world around us, the most beautiful part of the world, really. So I push you and I motivate you and I encourage you to do your best in terms of getting out there, getting stuck into it as soon as possible. And you'll feel better for it, I think, and you enjoy yourself. I'm just going to leave you with some kind of little words from my two boys about some of these things that I've discussed. And I hope you enjoyed, and all the best for 2023. Thanks a lot. All right, Xander. Can you tell me, how was camping with your dad? Was it fun?
Good and bad.
Good and bad. Okay, tell me what was good first.
Camping and walking.
Camping and walking. Okay, that's cool.
Hiking.
All right, okay, that's cool. And then what was bad? What do you mean something nothing bad? What was bad?
When I put my shoes on, I was walking, and then my shoes keep getting.
Bindies? Naughty bindies. All right, were they sharp?
Yeah, really playing the sharp.
Oh no. All right, and tell me about coming to Activate Clinic to do exercise. How was that? Did you like it? Liked it? What was your favorite exercise that you did there?
Boxing,
Boxing?
and one time I punched my dad's glove off.
Oh, yeah, you almost knocked me out. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Right, then, you know why we exercise? You know, we play soccer, we always go for walks.
So the exercise, it makes you fit, and you need to be fit for soccer.
Oh, okay, that's a pretty good reason to exercise. All right, and
One time I went on a 4.5K.
well, walk.
Yeah.
And bike ride once.
Yeah. Yes.
That's pretty cool. All right, what do you say to everyone? Do you have anything to say?
Bye. I'm gonna go to the toilet. I'll leave you with Frankie.
Oh. Hi, Frankie.
Hi.
Can you tell me what you think about going on a hike? Was it fun or not fun? No? Why wasn't it fun? What was getting tired?
My legs.
Your legs were getting tired? But did you see anything nice? Remember the hike we went on with Milo? We had a nice picnic. Was that nice? And then you went for a little swim? Yeah? All right, what about camping? Was camping fun? Did you enjoy that? What was your favorite part?
Don't do the look down.
Oh, the look down? That was cool. And we played soccer on the walkway.
And see the kangaroos.
Yeah, see the kangaroos. And Frankie, one last question. What about coming to Activate Clinic to do exercise with Daddy? How was that?
Good.
Why? Which exercise did you like the most?
Boxing.
You like boxing? Why? Because you like smashing Dad?
Yeah, I like smashing the glove.
You like smashing my glove off? Anything else that you like? About the clinic? Did you like doing the rower?
No.
Or the treadmill?
Yes, treadmill.
Yeah, you like the treadmill? That was fun? All right, and do you
And
like...
the sit up with the weights in my head.
Yeah, you like doing the chest press? Frankie, why do we like to do exercise? Why do we try to be active family?
Because we need to be strong.
We need to be strong? Yeah, anything else?
No.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.